Okay, I just put a new battery in this Mobius camera. It's 1080p. And I'm going to do a video on the doors I made for the winter. Because the blowing snow really is cold. So these things here I made out of 1/2 by 1/2 by 16 gauge square tubing. And I pop riveted on the plexiglass which I had laying around, and I also had access to, it's probably 20 gauge steel shelving. So all in all, the project was less than $100. Right here, this bar I put on the outside so that it would accommodate the original door latch from the original doors. Right on here, these are the original hinge pieces. So I had a piece of pipe that I made, and I put plastic bushings in here. And when I started the project, I started it with maybe a 2-foot piece of this square tubing, and I put it on there and kind of leveled it up and just tacked the pieces and went from there. And it closed very easily. It's closed. From there, then I would make all the other pieces, and there are some miter joints that I made. But from here, what I did to make the bends is I would take a wafer wheel and just cut 3/4 of the way through whatever, like I would measure it from here all the way around, and if it's 6 inches, then I would make one cut for the beginning and one cut every inch up to 6 inches. If I needed more bends, then I'd cut in between the 1 inch marks. So then when you bend it only 3/4 of the way through, then it'll hold its shape. Then whatever you got there, then you could tack it in place. So anyway, these here for the nets, what happens is when you close the door, it actually presses against there and it keeps it solid right here. The only thing that I had to do is I had to add this piece that I screwed on for a bumper, and even though there's a little bit of flex there, it doesn't flex that much, and I put a rubber stopper there just to, you know, quiet it down. Now the door latch, I don't plan on putting one in now, but I'm going to try with all my winter clothes. If I can't reach in this hole here to open it up, then I could put a door latch in. So what I would do is right here with the original door latch, there's a hole in here. I could run a bar through and have an outside latch. So that would work the same way, because it would do the same thing. But they close very easily, and it looks nice. It keeps the wind off. It's perfect. So I'm trying this camera out because I just put a new battery in. I had it for a couple years, and I use it for my drone. And this is what the camera looks like. It's a Mobius, and I put it onto my drone, and it'll last an hour and take 1080p videos. It'll also do still shots, and it also has motion detect. Now something that I really like about this Pioneer is the paddle shifters. On this trail that I drive on, you gotta have paddle shifters. It's rough, and I could make a video. In fact, I will. What I'll do is I'll put it on my hat here, just clip it on there, and we'll drive around, and I'll show you how that works. But anyway, like I say, for less than $100 with all the material that I had, a couple doors made, I'm good to go. So I'm going to pause this now until I put the camera on my hat and continue a ride.